Hello, and welcome. This is Julie with Jewel Design. That was my hair. And we're back for another craft and chat journal with me, and we're back to my December daily. Only because I really want to get the last two major parts of this book done with you guys, if I can, in one sitting, and then we'll be on to a new project. Every so often, it didn't glue down. Every so often, I will give you a heads up and show you like bits and pieces of what's going on. And so I do add something fun to it. But I just want to get the last pocket or page over and last pocket possibly done with you today, well enough. And then we'll just do like maybe the end of the month and into the new year. I'll do like a flip through of like what we did, or if I flipped something out, or just made something fun of it. So, since we were last here, I did go ahead and put a number on every one of the pages. I was trying to figure out how I was doing this. I kept forgetting how we were setting it up, which drove me insane. So we start the book off, with an open page, and then pictures on the front, writing on the back. We go through the first 12 days that way, or just about. That's my thing. Day 6 on the set, 6 on the back, and then I do stick with it. On the other end, even though we have that pretty thing, but we write first and pictures second. So we sort of flip it that way for the first book. Pictures, then writing, then pictures for the first, 12 days. That way I'm utilizing as many pages as possible. And then the second set is an empty. I think I'm going to get a gratitude. Maybe I'll make a vacation gratitude. I'll just see how many things are. Maybe I can just write a single thing every day. What I'm grateful for during the Christmas break. And then it changes to where they're side by side. The second section being vacation and we're busy. We're going to go photos or whatever memorabilia here and writing here all the way through. I think the only thing, that changes at some point is the direction. I think we get to here, day 21. We're going to do this pocket tag. That's going to be my whole writing and fun thing. And the other half then just flips it over. I keep pulling that sucker out. We have our Christmas bucket list. Things we did this thing. No, I think I kept it, huh? No matter what we did, we keep this guy the same way. I think the second half is, second half is, oh, yeah, okay. So picture and writing then picture, but they stay side by side. There we go. So second signature is side by side information. First signature is front and back. And we just have little things like day 21 is a pocket. Day 31 is a pocket. And 30 on this day is just day 30, which is all by itself. So it gets a little slow at the end here. As we're like, hey, we're closing into New Year's Eve. And then we're done. So these back pages, I may decide to make pockets. I realized I had nothing really pocket-wise for memorabilia if I can't glue or tape it in. Like I sort of wanted to keep like the receipt and the, and then like the number and what type of tree it was, how big it was. In here, and I don't have any pockets or anything to stuff that kind of thing into, so I don't know. I mean, I do and I don't. I do have the spots where, okay, we did finish this one, where you get to write on the back of this card, right? We get to write or glue things on to our little file folder insert, which I'm not, and then we have a little card here that goes on the top, and then I made one for here because I didn't have any small ones left. It says seasons, greetings, and sweetness. I put the word season right here, and I just took scrap papers to like layer on the back, but can totally write on this side. So just made something to stick in here. It may never get written on. Who knows? I usually like to write on all these little things, but I don't really have a date attached to it at this time. We do finish with page nothing on that side. How did I do? No, that's 6. Okay, that's 6. And then 7. Okay, so if there's a lot going on, which I don't think there's a lot going on her birthday per se, unless something really interesting happens, I might want to put some kind of note here, put her name here, or some kind of note. That is her birthday, which not a whole lot going on. Her school, whatever food she may have wanted, if she got any presents, we're going to chat with her aunt, little stuff. So who knows? But it is in an odd spot, and that may be where a lot of fun traditional things I may put in. It's a little bit early, but maybe I'm going to put our gaming night marathon record on here, or something like that. I will find something unusual that'll go in here. It may not be exactly date-wise, but, you know. So, still have to sew this in. Have not got my new sewing machine yet, so when I do, I'll probably do it. I haven't pulled out the old one yet. I'm afraid to. It probably works enough for me to do a straight stitch, but I haven't decided if I want to pull it out right now. I just got so much going on that I'm like, well, when I get it. So as you can see, I took the pictures and collaged them for the decorating for the season. Wrote about it here because we did finish it actually on the 31st on Wednesday. And so on the 1st, I got to just sort of write about it, which was awesome. I cleaned and decorated for the party on the 2nd. So there's that the things that, you know, I put on Instagram, all the things that some of these ladies did for me, wrote about it. And then these are pictures of her opening her presents, and I have to write about that. Nothing to show off for the 4th, but we did go shopping. And then this was one of my craft days. So I will probably, when I write up on that, I will take some pictures, print out some pictures of some of the stuff, like revealing the lovely new Dashing Through Winter kit, and take a picture of the beautiful thing I made on my last video. And it's so cute. Took the Dashing Through Winter kit pages, and we made a I want to call it like shaker page centerpiece. I did put on a washi paper tape here because we did make some slight dents when we were scoring it. So there you go. So if you want to see how this came out, I will link it at the end of this one, and you can go back and see how I revealed the new kit and how I came across this. How's that? So things like that were on this day, so that was fun. But that is the process, is photos and whatnot. The cute parts, I made it small enough with a little lace background so it looked like layers, since I am giving you this blank. But bummer part is, like, this isn't always seen. I did have to cover it. But that's okay. I don't mind. It works. So today we are going to work on this. This was taking that piece from the flip-flop journal that did not fit because it was too big in the end. And we're going to turn it into an over-the-page, it's just an over-the-page insert, right? Or tuck, over-the-page tuck, I guess. So we're going to use some pieces to make the backside a little firmer, but we're going to use the green, it is thin, so we're going to make it thicker. We're going to use it to layer up, and we're going to try to make a nice little pocket to go over this page. And I'm probably going to glue, I don't know whether to glue it down or not. I know you're supposed to put it on so you can take it off and like write on it, but I don't think, I mean, there's nothing to write on. So I think it's going to be more of a glue over, like we can flip this up and write underneath it, but we're going to glue this side down as a tuck in case, I find something I want to tuck in. So let's do it that way, because I think it's light enough to be a flip up, like a fabric flip, but not much of anything else. So let's get going. I don't want to spend too much time, but I did want to show this and try to get into the, we're inside, yeah, we're trying to get into that lovely tall tag pocket piece too. So let's see, because I know you guys are not going to want to keep seeing the constant, oh, perfect, it is tall enough. I was making sure that I had enough on the bottom, but still had enough to fold over and not too much overdo it. Perfect. Let's see, do we want to, yes we do. Let's see which one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? It's been a week, or it's trying to be a week. I'm crafting as much as I can, every opportunity I can, since I couldn't last week. Getting the house ready for Christmas and the party. I wanted to do these projects so badly, especially when I was able to finish the Dashing Through winter kit. Like, that just happened to be where I found these weird moments of, like, I couldn't get anything else done, or I was waiting for the kids to come home or something. And Lorette had seen the graphics and come up on one of our emails and was like, hey, I would love these graphics. And I'm like, hey, okay. And oh my gosh, I have a thought. Actually, my daughter was playing on the computer, and I went to go download the kit, or download some pieces for my mom to use, because the cabinet cards are adorable. And I was like, huh, and I just sat there. I was watching TV. My daughter had my computer, so I had my laptop in front of me, and which I haven't used in a while. And I was like, huh, and I just started playing with it. I had like 4 pages deep before I knew it, before my battery died. And and I realized that I didn't have some of my graphics. All my graphics were sitting on my husband's computer that my daughter was using. I was like, man. So I stopped, but the next day when I had a moment, I totally was like, I wonder if I can do any more. So it didn't take much. It really did come together, 11 pages pretty quickly. And I love those moments when it just, you see a set of graphics and you go, I wonder. That happened with the pumpkin fun kit, the vertical pages that were just supposed to be journal cards, and turned out being vertical pages, which Lorette had made a really cute skinny journal for me out of them. Showed you guys how to use it or how to play with the kit as a skinny journal set, which that was awesome. And yeah, no, so which I had that, so I'll have to. I actually have to use that next year. I'm really stoked about pulling that out and using it as a sort of a daily journal for fall maybe next year. So I have to say, I finally I'm almost got all the pages filled in the first autumn kit I made. We started that one, and I think we're 3 seasons in now. So okay, so I just sort of measured it to give some width, and so I do want to keep this as like a sort of a tab all the way across. So I think we're gonna fold it right underneath there. If I can find I feel like I'm right underneath my camera, like my head. And hopefully not, but let's see if it's just straight at all. Haha, probably not, and that's okay. So I think about here, if I can do enough of a indent. Not so much that I need to, but just so I have an idea where I'm supposed to fold it. Oh, that worked actually sort of well. Maybe, maybe not. See it on that side, and then I lost it maybe. I could say it doesn't have to be perfect, but I know me. It's not going to happen. We'll try that. Okay, it's probably really long, and I'm going to probably double up on it. And so that I'll bring it up as a flip, like a little edge, like a hem on it. So I could have gone a little lower, but I don't mind that. We could put some lace under here. Like, we could help weigh this down so as we're flipping it, it's not so bad. Because the page is cute, and I love that you could write on this if you had the right pen. The right felt tip, you might be able to write on this vellum print over and not run. It would be my biggest worry, but you never know. Or I'll find a cutest clear sticker of some sort with writing on it. I have a lot of Happy Planner stickers, so I may find a saying. I have some gospel-like religious sayings that maybe I could glue on top and you could see it so I didn't have to worry about writing it. So we get some lace. Let's see. It's almost sort of heavy. Don't want to go too far. I want to get something light. So I may be my standard go-to. I don't have any of that out, do I? Oh, yes, I do. It's hiding. All my stuff is hiding under things. Oh, my gosh. I still have sort of a mess out. The pieces that were left over from the flip-flop journal are definitely going into my December daily whenever I want to decorate something. And so all that stuff started hiding. All of it's hiding where I don't need it to be. And not the one I was looking for. Well, isn't that funny? Oh my goodness. There it is. Alright. I would just do my go-to. Love this. I can't help it. I know it's a Dollar Tree and it's simple, but it's always the right color. It always feels like the right weight for me. I don't have a lot of really delicate, and all my delicate's white. My light delicate stuff is all white. Yes, I know you can go tea dye it, but it's never tea dyed when I wanted to. I was smart. We did tea dye stuff for the flip-flop journal and got that ready, but doesn't mean the rest of it is. Let's see, though. I mean, I don't have to do lace. I could just go for a ribbon. I do have a few of those, too. I can do something like that, which might not be bad, but I wanted a little bit of weight. I think that was my thing, is that I wanted a little weight on it so that, let's see what we have here. This is the one that I tea dyed for the binding for the seam spine work on the flip-flop journal. And I'm so glad I did tea dye it because I thought that just came out really cool. Now, hold on one sec. I feel that it's curling, and so I'm going to go along the edges a little bit. An old trick here. I'm trying to sort of flatten that out a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. And go that way. Trying to figure out which reverse I need it to be without like recurling it the other direction. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. So, let's see. We can do this. It's definitely white. Maybe it's for me. It's not the end of the world. I could distress it a little bit with some ink and one of my brushes. Though the white's not bad. Nice little contrast, though. We're going to have a little bit of white over here, so I've got some pieces and some scraps that I want to use to layer it. So let's do that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I think this is too delicate. Was that too delicate? I was doing a shabby? No. This one? I'll lay it a little bit. Oh no, I wish I could go side by side and look at it. There's a little rough on the bottom and nothing else. Here we go, I'm making decisions, which is what eats up all my time. Every time. No, I like that one better. Okay. You don't know until you try, and that's okay. And I know I always had this ribbon. I love it. I did it all. I used it. And it was gold. Oh no. I shouldn't have looked. I shouldn't have looked. Oh god, this poor thing. So glad I'm gluing it down. It's having problems. It was a good piece of book paper and it's book page, and you can tell. I'm sticking to the white with a little bit of gold. Helps pull from that. I like that better, I think. Okay, well, there you go. You never know until you try. No, I don't want to offset it. I don't think I want to offset it. I always say that. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want to make all these decisions? Sometimes I like that because we have the point here, so I want to be like, I want the point over here, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. So what we are going to do, because I can't help myself, I reason things way too much. I rationalize things. That would look great if I did this for this purpose. Oh, but how's your week going? By the time you see this, I would say we're at the end of the week. I'm not, but you might be. You'll be when you watch this. And, how did your week go? Did we get crafting done? Did we get projects done? Did we get orders done? If you're still taking orders and finishing them up for the holidays, to get them out for everybody to be able to send off to the next person, or getting them done and sending them directly to. Is anybody doing that? Is anybody? Oh, you can't even tell. You can't even tell I have that. Well, shoot. Is anybody creating stuff that's getting shipped directly to the receiver? Like not even shipping it to the person and then out? Do you have any of those type of custom orders going on? I didn't even think about that. Like, how many of those are doing it the other way? Like, no, I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, is anybody making stuff that's going straight to the receiver? That would be interesting, right? I mean, they just get it all of a sudden. They get this beautiful, handmade thing in their mailbox. Be sort of cool, right? Except the hard whole, did they get it? Did they not get it? But then again, we do have tracking. We go through, a lot of us who go through Etsy or even any company like you are using tracking systems. So it does. We can say, well, it was dropped off at your doorstep, and I'm so sorry I can't do more for you, but that sucks. You never want anything you make lost, because I'm sorry, like, we work so hard on these things for you guys, or just we so hard in general, and then if it gets lost, like, we can't get it back. We can't get the supplies back. We can't get that vintage piece back, whether it be a piece of lace or a book page, or we can't get that back. We can't just order more up and make the thing all over again. I mean, yes, the digital pages do help. We can, reprint those and try again, but the gut instinct, the creative mojo that we did the first time isn't going to be the same. We're not in the same headspace, or we're not in the same headspace usually. And two, we may be worn out, or we come up with a completely different idea. It looks nothing like the first one. It looks nothing like the first one, because now we can remember what we did in the first one. And we are, trying to figure out what we might have done. And, did we do it that way? And what order did we put it in? It's just never the same. You can't get it back. It's lost and you can't remake it. You just can't. Now, this is going to get flipped up, so I don't really want to think I want to see it. It's the only thing I'm noticing more and more with glitter glue is that we're seeing a lot of the glue underneath for the thinner stuff, from vellum to probably even this. Like, we would see that glitter glue spot. So I'm getting more and more into tacky, which I'm really glad I bought more. I just got to remember to take it into the house with me. so I don't lose another bottle. I think we're going to center it, and I'm just trying to make sure it's about there. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit if I can. Ew. Oh, God. Okay. Ugh. I want it to where it will bend. Are we struggling with me? I hope so. I hope we're all struggling together. Okay. I'm like, are we all struggling together? Well, the whole point was that when I have it on the page, it will, like, flip up enough to right underneath without bending too weirdly. Alright, let's try this again. And since it's gooing everywhere. But yeah, I realized I didn't have any really pockets. Well, I mean, I have pockets, but not like a generic pocket in here. And I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I'll put anything on the cover. I didn't put anything on the inside covers except for more writing space. So I'm sort of like, I don't know. We'll see. If I get the need where enough stuff shows up. Like we have another set of movies to go to. And maybe I want to make a scorecard for the Christmas marathon. Hopefully. Gaming nights. We actually got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in last year. Sort of unexpectedly. We didn't know what to expect, I guess, on that day. Past year or two. Christmas Eve has been, I was reading back on my journals. That's what we do, right? And, I was trying to figure out what we've been eating lately, and it's been 3 years since we did prime rib and lobster Christmas Eve with my parents, which was shocking, because that was the first year he had, I believe he had, chemo. I think he did it, and I think afterwards it was, like, a little hard, and everything went to hand basket after that with taste buds. Oh my gosh, that was totally, like, not possible. I think he'd only had one chemo treatment, or two chemo treatments, so he could sort of still taste, but not after that. So anyway, yeah, no. And I don't think we need a huge over the top. I mean, we want enough to glue up here so it stays put, but I'm sort of thinking, like, it needs to be folded. And I was going to put this band on it, so that belly band would fit on that. And then I may still want to tuck a piece of this in here to make it thicker. Let's start cutting. So yeah, we had done, prime rib and lobster 3 years ago. But last year and the year before, we ended up doing Christmas Eve, like, finger foods and movies, 1 year, and Catan and Trek and Ticket to Ride and all kinds of stuff on another, and I cut that way too short because I wasn't even thinking. I was jibber-jabbering. So, but we did have sort of this finger food game night theme going, like 2 Christmas Eves in a row. I was sort of shocked because we've done Christmas Eve with my parents or my brother for so many years. But COVID, the first year, we weren't sure. We were being really safe, and we got together for Christmas morning with the girls. But then last year we did get, me and one of the girls got COVID, so my parents came by really quickly for like less than an hour to make sure have something with us, but not really have anything with us. It's like, here's presents, love you, bye, okay. I don't blame them. So yeah, and but yeah, again, it was like we just had a lot of movies and game nights, and which were all 4. So I don't know this year. I'm having a hard time planning Christmas this year. Thanksgiving was pretty much a given. Christmas has always been sort of up in the air. Like, we've done Christmases at parents' house. We've done Christmases at our house. We've just done such a wide variety my whole life. And, like, even the 20 years in marriage, like, we've been all over the place with that. Like, it has been a variety of things. I'm going to put the ruffle up so that it sort of overlaps above the pocket, or above the hem, which is gonna, I don't know if I want to consider it a pocket. I haven't decided that part yet. And I want to cover the inside to make it more stable, and I want to be able to glue the top inner piece so that it stays on top and becomes a flip on one side and the upper tuck on the other. So let's do this. I'm going to go off center. So if I want to put a fussy cut, which I have still plenty of. Yeah, I can put a berry thing over here. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. We haven't planned Christmas yet. I know it's going to be here before we know it. Like, we go off, the day after you see this, we're going to go off and I'm going to take Sammy and her girlfriends, hopefully, if the weather permits, roller skating. We were supposed to do the zoo. I know I talked about that, and now it's just rain. Been raining on and off all week, and there's a good chance of rain, and I just wasn't going to take, with the time when we had to buy the tickets, I couldn't take the chance. I can do fog and mist for the zoo, but the San Francisco Zoo, there's no way I'm going to be able to do, like full-on rain. I'm like, nope, so sorry, honey, I love you, but now I'm going to cut up this belly band. It's the second one I have. I'm not using it for anything I can think of, so, oh well. We're going to cut at it. I'm going to use the top half still for something. Like, I could still make a small cut out here. I'm not like, it's not done, it's not over with, it's not. You can layer it, we can add it on top of something. Totally has potential once I fussy cut the poop out of it, but I'm going to cut it down so that it's just easier to store. And see, I almost threw it away. I thought it was something, I didn't even know it was I didn't know it was there. I was like, oh, there's a pile there. Alright, so that could be a fun, cute little mini something right there. But what I wanted to do maybe is offset, offset there and put a bigger something here. That doesn't work. I love when I cut stuff up and it doesn't work. Well, if I glue it down, well, that was not, I thought that was longer, and it's not. I misjudged that altogether when I was first thinking of it. Well, that's gonna be fun. Well, how weird. Okay, nope, I have more stuff. This is not, alright, so I have this sticky washi if I want to give some color. We're going to stick it here. We're going to glue this down so it is potentially a pocket if we want to, and it's going to be a tuck at the top. So, nothing wasted. We will figure this out. So, let's see if I can get this cut right. Right there. So, yeah, I don't know what we're doing for Christmas. I'm hoping I can get the girls to want to play games and not gripe at each other. Which they do anyway. Like, we played a quick game the other night, and I was like, sorry. And one got grumpy because she wasn't winning, and the other one just gets bored. Like, she's like, if it's not, it's weird. She has a hard time staying it, like, oh, what's the word? Like, enthralled with it. Like, if it takes too long to think through, or move through, or it's not super fast-paced, she has a really hard time staying, like, awake. She starts, like, zoning out. And I'm like, hello? No. Come on, honey, you know. So I don't know. But she's always been that way, even when her dad was awake. I was like, wake up, are you kidding me? This is like, you don't know when you're going to get another opportunity with him. Do not do this. And so they learned quickly this year, but to not try to gripe too much. But I don't know. I want to play games with them, but I don't know if it's going to be the same without them. Sorry, it was okay to a point. I'm used to doing stuff with the girls, but okay, so we can tuck something in here if we want to. If I find a little something to tuck in, or even like if it's just like paper clipped in or something, I can do that. But we're going to glue it here on the page so that we can tuck under, tuck a little something in, and then this, because it is glued on the backs on the other page, flip it open and write on the page. That's simple, right? This was already decorated and sort of layered. We just added a little something to weigh the bottom of the paper down. Definitely added something here to weigh down, you know, this side, but I don't know how long it's going to last. So I'm glad I'm thinking about gluing it down. And hopefully I didn't make it too big to where it interferes too much with the page. It is my front page and I didn't want too much interference with it. But, no, perfect. Oh, that actually worked out nicely. Gasp. Gasp, it worked. Now, we're not going to see this, so I am going to use the glitter glue because I want to make sure it stays down. Especially since this is going to be like holding everything in place. Except that, that's okay. I don't mind if it's a little wide because I know whatever I put in there is going to be super wide. I won't be able to. Okay, I just want to make sure that my glue is not going to be on that other side of the page. Make sure I didn't get it to the other side where it was going to have issues. And it's sort of cute. I mean, it doesn't show the tab. You just see a paper thing. But that's okay. I don't mind. There we go. So now we can tuck something under. We can tuck something in. This sticks out way too big, but the concept was you could put a little something in there. I have to make it pretty if I leave it up there. But for right now, I wanted to tuck this in until I found a better place to hide it. I could put the little Christmas tree thing up in there, hook and all. Just give it some weight because I haven't decided. I may want to decorate up that hook and put it some, help use it to latch it on. But there's that. I did not think to center it, but that's okay. And I just got to be really careful when I open it, but I could flip it open and we could write on here. I could put another piece of paper in here if I needed to. Isn't that cute? Little Idaho. Maybe I'll put a little message in there, a little secret note. There we go. So the glue idea I had to keep these up and down is working on the upper one and that top one, but this one pops, so I'm going to have to put more glue on this one to keep these up. They did move around a little bit sooner than I expected, which doesn't surprise me. All right, so there's all that. We have our cute little tuck up. I really like how this turned out. I did want to put something on here though, didn't I? Do I have a little something or do I need to make a big something out of it? I have a lot of little pieces over here. That is not a good thing. I wanted another layer so that didn't really look like it stopped right there. I could cut that out a little bit. It is a, well, it was a washi piece that I had a weird time with, but let's just do this and sort of just glue it on. Maybe a little something. Yeah, no. Good idea, though. I'm all, good idea, but not quite. Not quite what I was looking for. I will layer that on to something later. Okay, I need a fussy cut. Now I could, since I already destroyed that. Yep, find a good piece. Oh, it's right in front of me. I'm like, find a good piece, dearie. Well, those are the right colors, so maybe we'll cut that out real quick. Maybe a little one, so it's not too bulky. Don't want to use up all my time with you guys, but maybe I'll put that in there and show you guys later. But yeah, let's, I don't want it sticking out, too much white sticking out, but yeah, it's going to take up time. So maybe in the end, if we get to that point, but let me just thin it out a little bit so I can eyeball it and see if it's what I want. So yeah, who is anybody doing any, yeah, it's weird custom orders that are going straight maybe to the receiver. The note saying from such and such. I don't know. Be interesting to know if anybody does that. So yeah, I think if I cut it up a little bit better, I think it'll be nice just to help like the transition from this piece to this and not be so like, let me stop right here for no apparent reason. That's what fussy cuts are for. Okay, so we'll work on that a little later. Maybe put a little, what do I have, a little flecks of something, or yeah, we'll layer it up and make it work. I even have fabric left. Jeez. I have all kinds of things left over. Like we can do this, and oh, they're too much the same color. But anyway, we'll find something. Okay. So that was that, which opens up pretty easily. So hopefully I don't need, yeah, washi tape in there too. That would just be my luck. And I come to find out I don't have a lot of Christmas. I have snowflakes, like a lot of snowflake type, blue type, washies, but I had to actually utilize some of chapter 1's washies to get through this. All right. Okay then. So we saw that. We put that quick little flip together. Really easy, right? Now that's work on. And I'm sort of regretting putting the washi though on this. This is super usually easy to move. And a thick labeled sticky paper, label paper washi is thick on vellum. I was like, ew, huh. It's great when you're trying to reduce a page and the way it flops out, but that preemptively, might not have been my best choice. All right, so we distress that. We're gonna cut these out. So this is one of my fancier pieces for an ephemera. When we came out with the Touch of Romance, the Ode to Jane, in her books. My mom was making a lot of really cool, like multi-pocketed large tag pockets. And I said, well, one, can I sort of, make a smaller version, of course, that would fit inside a book, inside a journal. And so we made that, you glue it all together, cut and glue it together. And then it led to this one, which was, a nice tag, scalloped on the top, the same round scallop that I use for my scallop purse envelope, clutch envelope. And I just made a large wide one, made the tag to write on, and then the cute but long front of the pocket. And one has, as you see in the newest kit, the dashing, the whole front cover is decored. And so what's inside, it's a little simpler or a little more patterned. And then this one is a darker version of the back of the pocket, because it's going to be a window so you can see the really pretty tag that's inside it. And I was going to put this in the skinny flip-flop journal, and glad I didn't, because it probably wouldn't have fitted. Gosh, I know better. Probably wouldn't have fit. And I think I was seeing that, plus I felt like I was running out of space, or I didn't know where to put it. So, I was really glad I didn't try, because I would have been really sad if I had done all that work. And then, like I said, almost all of my thumb notches are 1.5 inches. So I use a 1.5 inch circle and lay it over to where I feel and it works best. But you can go in and punch it right out with it and not have to, stress over like making the perfect inner circle if you are not great at cutting. So there's those two. Let's cut the big one out. Now it is light and it does happen to blend in to this page. I'm going to distress it. And then probably leave it open as an option to tuck behind it. But now I almost want to open it up. I am debating on something here. I don't know if I want, and I made these really light, and I'm so sorry, guys. You're going to have to guess at your curves, which is fine because now it's not so obvious for me. I am now thinking about using a piece of paper before I glue all this down and making it a flip out to like right behind it instead of tucking in. But I don't know if that's going to make a difference, because like it's just, I'm not losing any space. Day 21 is like a Wednesday before Christmas, right? This sticks out nicely, which is fine. I do have one sit inside the other. You can tuck behind it once you distress it. Maybe I'll do like the other one. I'll do the two-sided so we can tuck into it. But maybe I'll get a piece of paper, a letter, or something maybe from the girls, and we'll do that. Okay, yeah, I thought about flipping it out as an extra writing space, because this is light. You really could write right over this if you wanted to with the right felt tip lightweight marker. We have some great, most of the Arteza Twee markers don't bleed through if you're really careful. So, you could do it that way. But I don't know. I'm really tempted now. But I have to like put that flap, that tip piece in there now before I glue it together if I want to do that. So I think I'm just gonna write on the tag, and I'll get a piece of paper. I always have stuff, and I can always just write on it and fold it up and tuck it in if there's like a lot going on, or I'm having a moment, or I don't think the girls are writing me any Santa letters this year. I don't think I'm getting any Santa letters this year from them. They haven't really decided what they wanted, or nothing really expensive. Surprisingly, they've been pretty about it all. Okay. Told them they could have it anything they wanted. Maybe see under $100. Without any questions asked, without any justifications, right? It'd be their Santa gift and something they could have because they just really, really wanted it no matter what. Even though I'd be like, oh God, that's going to be, in 6 months broken or bored of or whatever. I was like, I'll still give you those moments where if you just want it and that's what makes you happy right now, I'll let you have it, type of thing. And they really wanted to figure, a TV show character like figurine, and the other one wanted something, but I was like, well, honey, we already asked Grandma for that one, so like we gotta wait and see, you know. And I just dropped my. Okay, ladies, hold on one second. So sorry, I dropped my sponge thing underneath my workbench. I know, say the show must go on, but you know, you sort of need that. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I don't even know where my other holders are. I couldn't even do it like a different way. Well, I mean, I have my brushes, but they're not as accurate. And now it's full of fur. Ew. Well, that's why it's my December daily. All right, let's get this corner out, this window out. Technically, too, with this window, you might want to put plastic in here so that the card comes in and out real easily. But I am definitely out of plastic at the moment. I have no idea. I forgot about the window, so I didn't even think to grab anything to cover it up with. Because I know once I glue it in, I really can't. I could put plastic in here, it'd just be really hard. I could do the mesh like I did earlier this week if I wanted that, but then that sort of defeats the purpose. So let's just run with it. Just one tiny little bit to clean up, and then as easy as I can. There we go. And we will distress this. So I'm gonna get my where's my glue book? Or my glue book pages, I should say. I have pages sitting out here somewhere. There we go. We're going to distress the inside edges real quick with the brush so that they're not so blah, because we could keep on with the dimension. That's a really big one. Let's do the little one. I like my little one, or my somewhat little one. But yeah, I guess since the end of the week, anything else going on? Like, do we have... Did you buy the kit? The newest kit? If so, what's your plans with it? If you're still into any new Christmas, I know, like, we want to add more Christmas to our repertoire, but it's Christmas winter. I think you could still make that into January, and being that it is darker colors, it's not like jeweled, but they're darker colors. They're not super light. They're not only red and green. You could get away with that dashing kit in through January, I think. That works. So that does help. That you could use it a little longer and it's not just done and over with. So did you buy it? What are you going to make with it, if anything? Is it a gift? Is it for you or is it a gift? Like I said, it is a pretty easy kit. Printed on the right paper, I think you could put those 8 pages together and have, you know, what is that, 16 pages to write on pretty quickly. Double up on them, you have 32, so it could be a very quick fill it up, run it through, you know, like a December daily, or, well, in this case, if you got it for January, yeah, you could use it just for January, February, depends how many times you printed those beautiful pages. On copy, like say on copy dyed paper, you could, I know I'm off camera, sorry guys, give me one sec. I realize I'm off my green mat. I can't see what I'm doing. Alright. I didn't want to sort of do it on the book, that was silly, but that's okay. Alright. I'm working on a little space. Eek! You try to be so delicate about it, and you make a bigger mess out of it. Like I said, I did create these in a way where they do sort of offset, where they are slightly inside each other, so they're sort of layered and beveled. Because when we did the Touch of Romance, we wanted those layers, we wanted the beveled, we wanted that, you know, stair-step, beveled, elegant look. And I had a lot of fun with that Touch of Romance. We did a lot to that kit, and I got to try new shapes and new sizes, and so every so often I pull from that kit, that template, and, you know, introduce it back into a kit. I didn't do any of that with the dashing one, though. So I think my problem is this card, this tag, is smaller than the hole. which is why you need this. I know it's not perfect, but I need to make sure it stays. Well, we're having problems. Mayday, mayday. Let's try this again. But yeah, I think my tag is as wide or thinner than the hole. So when I shove it in here, which is why you have clear, when you do the clear stuff, it doesn't stay inside its pocket. Which is not going to be fun trying to slide a piece in here. But I may just have to slide a piece in there just to keep it from coming out. Okay, for now, like I said, I wanted to glue it here and here so that we could tuck a letter behind it. And that glitter part is, that lack of whatever is going to bug me. 45 minutes in. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Glued it together. We know it's going to go here. Where's my, no. There it is. Let's add number 21. I think I'm going to actually add it up here to the tag itself, because we know that's going to be my notes for the day. That's going to be what I'm going to talk about. It's day 21, which is a Wednesday of December. God, can't believe I'm already thinking that far out, which I am. I have appointments and people want to get together and do stuff. So I'm like, ugh, I'm already thinking into Christmas break. And I'm like, I don't want to. I just want to craft. I do. I just want to craft. Except that I had to run errands and go grocery shopping, and I had to go Christmas shopping, and I had, what else I had to do? I'll take care of her birthday, and, you know, stuff like that, so, that's alright. That is definitely, like, fits right in there. That is too funny. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, now we know you need to have a little something in your pocket, because once you get it in there, it's great, but no one wants to struggle that much. Oh, goodness. So, either cut your tag a little wider, add a little border to it. I never noticed that before. I think because I've always put a clear thing in here. Oh my gosh, never noticed that before. I did a whole spread with all these things in it too. I did a double birthday spread and I didn't even notice it. I think because I automatically put a pocket here. But I do love it because that circle fits nicely right inside my thumb pocket. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. He's center stage, Mr. Santa, who will be coming to town before you know it, especially when you're looking at the 21st and you're telling the kids, a few more days. Got to be good for a few more days. Come on, you can do it. Or Santa's not bringing you anything. Or in my case, Mom's going to take everything back. Going to take it all back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along in my cute little spiel here. We got to see what we worked on. You got to see the work that we're doing. I might do a little December daily, a little bit of journaling, a little bit of fun. We made this wonderful little tuck with a possible flip-out secret hidey spot. We may find out that later down the line I just glued down this upper space and it's another tuck. Who knows? We'll see how the paper is doing. If it looks like the paper won't hold, that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll glue it down and make it another tuck. And I will hide a special note inside it. That sounds like a good thing, especially for Christmas, right? Have to hide your little notes. So thank you so much for joining, liking, loving, subscribing, notifications, all the good things, like I said. Depending on when this airs, for sure, whether or not we hit our 300 subscribers, if we have, then you hopefully got the notification because you subscribed last time and you were aware of the potential little mini giveaway if we hit 300, but not until we hit 300. So double check. If I haven't hit 300, please go in there and hit subscribe. Notifications, all that goodies. If we hit 300, then you need to keep your eyes out for that fun giveaway video. You never know when I'm going to pop that one up and what it takes to win something special made from me. Whether it be a journal page spread, a coffee cozy, fabric, fabric ruffle thing, and I just don't know yet. We'll see what happens and what I have made by the time I hit 300. So thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk real soon. Bye-bye.